Paylocity presents ACA Shared Responsibility Compliance Tools. If you recall, under shared responsibility, large employers must offer an affordable health plan providing minimum value to a percentage of all full-time employees or face a penalty. This brings up the question, why does affordability matter? If we take a look at the penalties associated with shared responsibility, if an employer offers coverage to an employee that is either unaffordable or does not provide minimum value, that penalty is the equivalent of $3,000 per year for each full-time employee that receives a subsidy for public exchange coverage. So how do we determine what affordability actually means? You can think of the original conversation between bureaucrats and employers as going something like this. Initially, a health plan is affordable if the cost of single coverage in the least expensive plan does not exceed 9.5% of an employee's household modified adjusted gross income. Naturally, employers were perturbed in that, well, they really don't know what household income is. They only know what they pay the employee. Based on this feedback, the bureaucrats decided to provide a number of safe harbor options to determine affordability. And so long as employers can demonstrate good faith compliance with these safe harbor methods, they would not face a penalty. So what are these safe harbor methods? Again, the affordability test is based off of the cost of single coverage not exceeding 9.5% of the employee's quote-unquote income. The multiple safe harbor methods determine what that income is. That income can be based off of the employee's historical Box 1 W-2 wages. It can be based off of the federal poverty level for a single individual for that plan year, and can also alternatively be based off of an employee's full-time equivalent wages, which is determined by taking their hourly rate and multiplying that by 130 for a month and then annualizing further. Based off of February guidance in 2014, employers are able to apply different affordability safe harbor methods to different groups of employees. Reasonable categories include things such as specified job categories, nature of compensation, geographic location, and other bona fide business criteria. There are a number of special considerations for each safe harbor method. Employers interested in the Box 1 W-2 safe harbor method should know that Box 1 wages are not the same thing as gross income. Oftentimes they're reduced by contributions to a traditional 401k or pre-tax Section 125 plan. Employers interested in the hourly rate of pay safe harbor should know that the rate of pay used in this case is the lowest rate paid to that employee in a given month. Employers interested in the federal poverty level safe harbor option should also know that for administrative convenience, in February of 2014, the final guidance allows an employer to use any poverty level in force from the past 6 months. So in some cases, you may be able to comply with this federal poverty level safe harbor by using a previous year's federal poverty level. Paylocity provides a number of standard compliance tools for clients to assist them in complying with the affordability component of shared responsibility. The standard ACA Plan Affordability Report allows an end user to sort and filter on relevant demographic information. With this, they can also model affordability against all allowable safe harbor methods simultaneously. And this information is always presented in context of an employee's age and income to help an employer gauge their potential eligibility for other types of coverage, such as parental coverage, Medicare, or Medicaid. And at the end of this report, end users can see the count of how many employees are non-compliant within each method to allow an employer to make a strategic determination as to which safe harbor option might be most advantageous. When running this report, employers can also model the impact of changes in plan premiums to see how a change in that premium will impact their affordability compliance. On the standard ACA Compliance Dashboard, end users are able to configure the rules wizard with the safe harbor monthly plan premium. With this information, end users can furthermore see all 3 safe harbor methods and visually identify what portion of their workforce will be affordable or unaffordable within each option. End users can also filter for specific employment scenarios such as state of employment, age, affordability status, etc. At Paylocity, our mission is to elevate the profession of payroll and human resources out of the back office and into the boardroom. Be sure to view the other videos in this series, such as assisting an employer in determining their full-time eligibility status for an individual employee and their large employer status as an employer.